Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Michelle Fondon. I'm an author and speaker, and welcome to my new playlist, The Power to Manifest. We are talking about intentional manifestation and purposeful manifestation. I want you to be able to live your life on purpose, live a purposeful life, and create your desires into reality. Today we're going to talk about detecting whether or not you live in scarcity consciousness or poverty consciousness. We're going to interchange those words, and we're also going to call it poverty mindset. Now you might be thinking, I really don't live in poverty mindset. It's just that I don't have enough money. If you don't have enough money, if you feel like you're just surviving and you're not thriving, most often it is about mindset. It's not that there isn't enough abundance to go around in the world. Of course there is. There is enough abundance to go around. And in fact, in the last video, we really spoke about the fact that everything that you desire is already here. Everything that you desire, including all of the money that you desire to bring into your life, is already here somewhere. It's here. It's just about creating the energy, the mindset, the vitality in order to bring it into your immediate physical presence. You might be wondering too, what is a poverty mindset? What is a scarcity mindset? A scarcity mindset just means that you are in a constant thought process that there isn't enough. It's a constant mind thought process that I need to get what's mine before somebody else does. Often this comes from programming, from childhood. It comes from your education, upbringing, your family programming, your societal programming, whatever it happens to be, but you are not born with a scarcity mindset or a poverty mindset. You are actually born with an abundance mindset. When you were an infant, you trusted that your parents would provide for you. You trusted that you would have enough food, have enough water, have shelter, have love and affection. You trusted that process. It's throughout time that you created this poverty or scarcity mindset through your upbringing and through your experiences. I grew up with a mother who had an extreme scarcity mindset, extreme poverty consciousness. And in fact, to this day, even though she does have money, not a lot of money, but she has money, she still embraces this poverty mindset. She still embodies this scarcity consciousness. Let me give you a few examples from my childhood and the phrases that I heard growing up. One of the key phrases that I heard growing up is, "We are poor. I am a poor single mother," which was coming from my own mother. Another phrase that I heard often was when we would go to somebody's house for a party, or we would go to a buffet restaurant. My mother would always say to us as kids, "Make sure you stock up during this meal." Stock up like we were bears going into hibernation. And today, that is still her mindset. Her mindset when she goes to a buffet or a party is always to get as much food as she can possibly consume, because it's that scarcity mindset of you never know when the next meal is coming. Her parents grew up during the Depression era. She also grew up in a family with 6 children on an electrician's salary. And I believe when she was growing up, oftentimes there wasn't enough food to go around to everyone, or maybe they had much smaller portions than they would have liked growing up. And it's interesting because even though my mother did not grow up during the Depression, she often cited the Depression as a reason for her poverty consciousness. It was almost like she was living it, even though she did not live through it. And granted, the Depression, the Great Depression of the United States, happened about a century ago. It doesn't make sense that today she would be living in the same mindset when in the United States we live in a time of abundance. And even back then, there were people during the Great Depression who, even though they did lose money, they did not embrace the poverty consciousness that some people carry through even to today. These are just small things, but they incite a poverty mindset. They incite a poverty consciousness that you carry through. One thing I remember when I was a kid is that oftentimes we didn't have money to go out to eat. And when we did have a little bit of money to go out to eat, we would go to McDonald's, and instead of sparing the extra change to buy my sister and I each a package of French fries, she would make us share one package of French fries instead of each having our own. And it was just that type of scarcity mindset of there isn't enough, you need to share, there isn't enough to go around. Fast forward to today, when you are thinking about your upbringing, when you are thinking about the way you were raised, in addition to that, thinking about what aspects of poverty consciousness do you still embrace today? I'll give you another example. So a hoarding mindset, a mindset of keeping too many things in your home or car or desk or office and not continuously giving things away, is a poverty mindset. Another aspect of poverty mindset is going to garage sales or extreme sales and buying as much as you can just because it's a good deal. Another poverty mindset is driving around to 25 different gas stations just to find the best price because you don't want to pay 5 cents extra to fill up your tank. Now let's do a little bit of calculations here. If you save 5 cents on, let's say the average tank is about 15 gallons, that's only 75 cents that you've saved. It's 75 cents. And that means that you've just driven around town for, I don't know, 30 minutes trying to save 5 cents for a tank of gas that's worth 75 cents. What you really need to calculate is how much is your time worth? And when we start to shift this consciousness of thinking like, oh, I need to save as much money as I can, or I can't afford it, or if I don't get what's mine, somebody else will get it, or when I'm at a buffet, I have to eat as much as I possibly can, or just all of those things that foster this sense of lack, this sense of, if I don't get it, somebody else will get it. If I don't take it, and if I don't save it for a rainy day, then it won't be there, or the availability to have that certain item or that certain thing will not be there when I need it. And the exercise that you can go through is just going through noticing how many times you have thought in lack consciousness, in poverty consciousness, in scarcity consciousness. How many times have you actually operated in that way? Another indication of poverty consciousness is high competition. High competition means that you feel that you need to compete so heavily with somebody else to win because there is a great fear that the prize, what you want, what you wish to attain and desire, will not be there, or that there is not enough to go around. When you find yourself fiercely competing with other people, and of course, if you're an Olympic runner and you're going for the gold and you have sponsors and stuff like that, I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking on a day-to-day basis, if you find that you have to constantly compete with others to get what's yours because you fear that when you get there, there will be nothing left, that is scarcity mindset. Today, take some time, sit down, go over your day, go over your attitudes, what you typically do. Look around your house. If there's clutter everywhere, that really is an indication of poverty mindset. And I'm talking about serious clutter, you guys. I'm not talking about a little bit of things here and there. I'm talking about the fact that you cannot get rid of something because you fear that you will not get it back. It's about the fear of losing out. It's about the fear of not having enough. When you go to a buffet, do you try to take things home in your purse? Or do you hide things in your jacket to take with you? That is scarcity mindset. That is a poverty mindset. If something is free, do you take it just to take it because it's free, regardless of the utility of it? If you do that, that is scarcity mindset. That's scarcity consciousness. And what we're trying to do in this series is shift your mindset so that you create a flow of abundance coming back into your life. So thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for subscribing to this channel below. Click on that bell for all notifications. Give the video a thumbs up. Thank you for sharing this video with others who are interested in manifesting their desires and creating more abundance in their life. And thank you for supporting this YouTube channel. You can buy one of my published books. The links are all below. You can also pledge your support on Patreon, www.patreon.com/Michelle S. Fondin. And I will see you in the next video.